Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you all are doing well. This is Mohammad Badruddin, and today we are going to solve lab number 4 from Insecure Deserialization vulnerability module. So in the previous video, I already described the magic methods, and in this lab, you are going to see magic methods, and you must have understanding about magic methods, how those methods work, and in different programming languages, what are those methods. Okay, so in this lab, we basically are going to inject arbitrary object in the PHP. So this lab uses a serialization based session mechanism and is vulnerable to arbitrary object injection as a result. So to solve the lab, we need to create and inject a malicious serialized object to delete the morale.txt file from the Carlos home directory. You will need to obtain source code access to solve this lab. Okay, so we need to basically see the source code somewhere within this lab, and after seeing the source code only we can solve the lab. We will see that in a minute. You can log into your own account using the following credentials. We have these credentials. Okay, there is a hint. You can sometimes read source code by appending a tilde, this character tilde, to a file name to retrieve an editor generated backup file. So we will see that in a minute. Let's go access the lab. Burp proxy, I already enable it, so we are getting hits here, I think. Yeah, without wasting time, let's just going to log in. WIENER Wiener, and the password is Peter. Login, don't save. Okay, this is our user, and we have this session cookie, which is basically serialized object. Okay, what we need to do here is we can check the previous vulnerability, what we learned from the previous labs, but this lab is a bit different. We need to create a serialized object and we must inject that, and we are not looking for privilege escalation, right? You may just right click on it and you can go to view the page source, or you can also see the page source here in the response. So in both of the places you can see, although up to now here in this page I do not see anything interesting, but you must see everything, and yeah, we have something here. So it's saying to do refactor once /lib/custom template.php is updated. Okay, so this is the thing that is left to do, and there is some file named as custom template.php within the libs directory, library directory. Okay, so how we can check that? In the library, so there must be a folder named as library. Let's try to check that. Libs, hit enter. Not found. Let's try something else. We are going to try this one, /custom template.php. Hit enter, and there is something which we cannot read. One, because if the file does not exist, we will get not found, but that means file exists but there is nothing. So this is where we need to do something. Okay, I'm going to send this request to the repeater and go to the repeater, send the request again, and as you can see it's saying 200. Okay, but I need to see this source code, okay, within this PHP file, custom template PHP. So to read that particular file source code in the response, I'm going to put here tilde. Okay, so it's saying the same thing in the hint section, that you can sometimes read source code by appending a tilde to a file name to retrieve an editor generated backup file. Okay, so the same thing we are going to do here, or we can do it here also. Let's see, if I put here tilde and hit enter, so now you can see we get the source code, and here also we put the tilde. Let's send this request, and you can see we get the source code. Fine. So this source code is pretty interesting, and we will get a better idea here. So this is in the PHP. There is a class custom template, function construct. You see this before within the magic methods I was describing in the previous video. But the thing here is what we need to do. We need to delete morale.txt. So this construct function is not going to, this method is not going to help us to actually delete that file. What else? What other functions are being used here? This exists, this get file content. So with this we can get the file content. Okay, this function or this method is important for us. Why? Because this destruct method will be used for deleting something. So you can see here it's saying Carlos thought this would be a good idea. Okay, so good idea for what? For unlinking the file. Which file? Log file path. So whatever file path you provide here as the attribute log file path, it is going to delete that. Okay, and here it's just writing one condition that if file exists, this equal to log file path. Fine, and then it's going to unlink. Unlink means it's deleting that particular file from that particular directory or path. So we need to create one object, right? A serialized object. So we will take this object, this custom template as an object, and we will take the attribute log file path. This one is the attribute. Okay, we just take this object, and within this object we will take this attribute, and the value of this attribute is going to be the file what we want to delete. So it should look like this. It should look like this. So object which contain custom template 336 6 and 39 9 and 312 13 14. So 14, and then sorry, custom template, copy and paste it here. Then we need to take only one attribute, and this attribute is going to be written within the curly braces. So it's in the stream form that contains how many alphabet, we will see that in a minute. So log file path, copy that and paste it here. Okay, so come back here, LOCK, this is 4 5 5 and 4 9 9 10 11 12 13 14. Okay, so here it should be 14 characters, and then what we need to do here is again s the value of this log file path like this. Okay, now here we need to put /home /Carlos /morale.txt. this is the file which we want to delete. Okay, so 4 or 1, this is 5 6 and 6 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23. So it should be 23. So this is going to be our serialized object which we created. Now I'm just going to copy that back to the decoder, paste it here. Okay, and we are going to encode it as base 64, and now you can see here there are two equal sign which we want to encode it as within the URL encoded form. So that's it. So this is going to be our final cookie value, which I take it from here back to our lab and back to the burp suite. I'm going to the repeater, and I'm just going to change this with the new one. Before sending the request, I want to be sure that everything is fine. So just check it. So object contain 14 character. This is the object which contain only one attribute. Attribute contain 14 character, log underscore file underscore path, and this is the file path. Fine. So that's it. I'm just going to send this. Finger cross, hope for the best. 200 okay, that means it's completely done. We are getting this content because we still put tilde sign here. So even if you do not put that sign here and you send, you will get this file being deleted from that particular path. Okay, that's it for this video. I hope you understand and enjoy the lab. If you have any query, please put your query in the comment section. I will respond as soon as possible. And if you like the content, please like, subscribe and share. See you in the next video. Bye.